Hey everyone, this is Dawn Marie with Creative DME Designs. Yes, I have another big bruise on my hand. Don't know how it happened. Happened overnight. I also have some blue paint on my hand because I was doing something else, which is actually on the corner here. I'm waiting for it to dry. And I'm just going to put that up. I forgot that it was down. We're supposed to do something kid-like, coloring, finger painting, however you want to call it. And I remember one of the things I loved doing when I was a kid was actually scratch art, where you would put crayons down. And, oh, look, Billy Goat came, if you didn't hear my voice change. Oh, and it looks like Abby's going to come up too. Okay, guys, but Mommy doesn't have her thing to buckle you guys in, so you're going to have to be careful. And listen to what Mommy says. Hey, Sherman, enough. Abby right here. So, and I thought that, you know what? I think that that's very childlike, because basically you're just going to go over your piece of paper with crayons or oil pastels. I have a whole bunch of Vicki Bolton crayons here. I believe they're oil pastels, but I have a bunch. As you can see, there's all different kinds in here. I know that this is, but that's what you fill wood with when you're doing a thing. So I'm just going to actually take some of these out because I think way down in here, thank you, Billy Goat, I actually do have oil pastels, which are here. Yep, those little ones are oil pastels. So I'll be able to, I have a stencil paint here. Yes, this is like my little pile of, and I'm just going to dump them all right there on the side. So probably what I'm going to do is I'll grab a color, put it on, and then I'll drop it back in the bucket so that I won't use it again. I want to stay with red, orange, maybe some lighter green colors here. And I am just going to do it right straight on top of this brown paper bag. I think I probably could use maybe my watercolor, but this is my test one. If it works, maybe I'll do it on a real piece of paper. But for now, I'm just trying to work with what I have. What's this one say? This is a different one. This one is Neocolor Aquarelle Water Soluble Wax Pastel. You know what? I'm going to say let's try that one too. I don't know how it's going to work, but see how I'm sort of going over multiple colors? Oh, and I said I was going to stay with orange, but that's okay. I'm sure there's multiple colors in here. Oh, see, it broke. See, I'm working with my fingers at least. I'm finger painting, right? You want to help in finger paint? Yeah? Billy Goat, you want to finger paint? Paw paint? Let's put this color next, because this will go between the purple and the orange really well, and the red. Okay, I like that. This is a little darker orange. See, I've had these for so long that I think they're just crumbling now, which makes it finger paint. Because we were supposed to finger paint. But I think this will work. I think Julie will be okay with this being called finger painting. Oh, the tip is off of this one, so we'll have to find the tip someplace. Here's a yellow. Let's put yellow over here. Can you still see what I'm doing? I can't really zoom in for you because then you won't see the whole piece of paper. But that's okay. You sort of want to see an overview anyway. And I think probably what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do as much as I can on it and do some zentangling when I do the scratch art. Because I do like doing that. This is a different color purple maybe. Well, it's a different brand at least. Let's see if I can get some of that to mix in. Sorry, Billy Goat, I started squeezing you a little hard, didn't I? Because you're the one up on the table and I don't want you to drop. Are you watching me? You are watching. That's pretty cool. Oh well. I'll give him I don't care that my hands are like all over the place. Ooh, look at that one. And you do want to make it sort of thick because you're just going to be scratching off the paper. Not the paper. You're just going to be scratching off the black or dark colored, because I have done it with brown before. Dark colored paint to get to the underneath color. And you want the paper to be as, what's this color supposed to be? This is stencil paint from American Traditional Stencils. I think this is like from 2003. It probably won't even work anymore. Ooh, but it's a pretty color. Let's see if we can get down there and get some. Urgh. I don't even know where that came from. It's not as good as the other ones, so we'll just put it in there and we'll put something over it and hope that it still works. See? It's sort of blending in with everything else. We'll have to find something else that sort of goes with that. Something mauve-y. Mauve-y. So I'm just going to cover this. I'll probably put this on fast forward for you guys so you don't have to watch it. My screen went out, so I don't know if it stopped taping or not, but this certainly got as messy as finger painting. Now I'm going to wipe this off and I'm going to put black on top of it. Now, if I had black gesso, that would be amazing, but I don't. Okay, I'm back, and I realized that the camera wasn't on, so I already put a big glob of this stuff on. A big oily, greasy glob came out, and then now it's all dry. I guess I should have mixed it. This is Josanya. I have had this for eons. That's why I figured I'd use it up. And basically what you're going to do maybe I can't use it. You're going to just cover this in black paint, which is now coming all over me. Look, it's coming out both ends. There we go. And I'm going to use this whole little thing anyway because I've got a lot to cover. So let's just make a mess. Making a mess. A mess, a mess, a mess. Okay. I am just going to throw that whole tube away, and I'll show you what we're going to spread this all with because I don't feel like dealing with it. We are going to use this. So let's mix it up so that it's at least, and if it doesn't cover it all, we may have to mix in another paint. So this is supposed to cover the whole entire thing. I think that I may be able to throw in, let's hope that this goes. Now remember, this is 3.1 something. Okay, so I do have tons of scrapey tools here. Some of these I really don't even really know what this is. It's by We Are Memory Keepers. I don't know what this little end does, but it does have a pokey tool at the end. I have these ball ones with the pokey tool. I have some dental picks, which can be used as a scratcher. This is a dental pick, but also is used when you're sculpting. This is an old nail scraper. This right here. Can you hear that? That's because it's mother of pearl, and if you rub it on, if you bang it on your teeth, it makes it sound like that. Now this is what I scraped up here in this corner with, and you can see I sort of wanted it to do more of a scrapey, but it really doesn't do what I wanted it to do. So that was my little test spot up there. I don't know what I'll do with that spot. The other good thing about this is if you have to, you can always put black ink back over or black paint to, if you mess up, and then redo it. Oh, here's another thing I took out was a small, this will take out a lot of space. So let's do this tool first. Let's take out this space right here. Why am I taking out the whole space? Because I wanted to see. I'm going to take out big spaces first, and then I'm going to do a sort of zentangle-like in some of the other spaces. To me, this is, okay, so I can tell you right now, using the ink, it peels up like, peels up very well. But if you don't do the lines ahead of time, it's not going to scratch off as easily. So I think you should, I mean, I used the ink and the old paint that I had, if you remember correctly. So I mixed them together because the paint wasn't enough. So you can see it sort of peels up, which, I mean, that's, you want it to come up easily. So that's what that just proved to me right now, is that it's really peely, especially where some of the thicker things are, like here. I don't even know whether that's totally dry yet. Do I want to do all of the open spaces peeled up. Open spaces mean it's a space like that that's not within a structure. And we will probably fast forward starting soon. Fast forward until I get to the other part. It's dry. I'm back. I've got a whole crap ton of tools right here to use. The dogs are barking and want to get picked up. It is the next day, but I'm ready to work. Enough. You're not coming up, Billy Goat. And here comes Noodles. Noodles, lay down, please. It is bumpy because of the way that I made it. We'll see how it works. I did a little test up here of one of the tools that I pulled out just to see if it was going to work. I think what I'm going to do first is make some circles on it, just so I have some different spots to know that I'm going to do a line there or whatever there. The one thing this is going to do is bring up a lot of dust. It's really soft. I wonder if I had not done the ink but had done something else, it might have been not as soft. I also am very heavy-handed, so it's slightly possible that I'm going to move to a smaller one. Yep, much better. That I'm pushing too hard. That's better. Why am I doing these? Is because I want some sort of a semblance of structure. It's not going to be an actual picture of like me or anything like that, although that is very well known that she did a lot of a lot of pictures of herself. Frida Kahlo. Noodles, stay. Noodles. So Noodles is a dog that I watch. She is a friend from high school's dog who lives close to me. As you can see, my sheet has gotten a lot smaller. The brown paper that I had done it on just started ripping all over the place when I started scratching. So I did start all over again on a piece of mixed media. The colors were pretty much the same. I stayed more with the blue, purple, green. And then I did the same thing as I did before. I used my stencils and put on some circles, and then I did some zentangling on this. You can see I started in the center and then worked out with the things. Now, most of it is very white on this. You can see the colors underneath. I'm trying to get it move it slowly so you guys can see up close what I did. If I were to do this again, I would maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong the first time. I know the black was too thick. This time, when I put the colors on, I did tend to wipe them off a little more than I wanted to. They weren't sticking the same way to the brown paper. So when I and I did put a lot thinner black coat on this one. So I probably will play around with this. I really enjoyed doing it. Whoops, sorry, wrong way. Ready? Actually, it looks pretty cool that way. You can actually see the colors in it. I did put, because it was, the paper did rip right here, what I did is I took some contact paper and put it on the bottom of it before I put the black ink on it, so that I made sure that I wasn't going to get any, and I could wipe up the edge. Now, I'm probably just going to be able to cut that off, and it's going to have to stay like this on the back, because I felt like I needed to have some security there. That's another thing that I'm wondering what kind of paper, if I need to change to a different kind of paper. I'm also wondering about how thick you put the crayon coat on, compared to how thick you put the paint coat on. This paint coat was super thin. And I actually like the way that it came off, but I don't like that there's so much white underneath it. But, you know, I could probably, other than the black is just plain old acrylic color, I could almost wash the colors over it, maybe with, but I don't want it to get muddy. So I don't know. I could also take an ink pad maybe, and sort of just lightly stamp where I want it done. I'm wondering also if I could do the smushy method, and put some more color in there with some ink. The other thing I'm thinking is, if you did this in ink and the underneath was in ink, and it sort of soaked into the paper, that way scratching over it, what would happen? You know, I don't know. So this is method number one. I am going to use this in my Frida Kahlo, because this is part, we were supposed to do something childlike, like finger paint or make a potato print. Basically, like you saw earlier in that brown paper, I did finger paint with the color that's underneath this. So hopefully that's acceptable, and I am actually going to get to putting all of these together and getting it out on the internet now. So once again, this is Dawn Marie with Creative DME Designs, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye!